You're going to exploit the Broncos on defense. What are you doing?
I am running the ball at the middle of that defense.
Bingo.
I'm going to see what Sylvester Williams has at the nose. Defensive linemen don't play full games. Whoever comes in after him probably is not going to be the player he is. So there's questions and marks about that backup nose guard and then the health of those two inside linebackers. So even you don't
You're
have
reading
to run,
my notes, man.
You don't have to run exactly at that. You can run to one side and cut back to it. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that. You can run counters. There's a million different things you can do schematically.
Until they show you they can stop it.
I'm going after those guys.
Yeah.
And I personally have underrated Chris Harris for years. I would now focus my attention on Aqib Talib. I would try to get him matched up on my smaller, speedy guy, which, again, we saw in the playoffs. The teams did with success. Those are my two immediate targets, middle of the defense, and let's attack Aqib Talib.
Well, I can't dispute any of that, but I'm going to add to it. And here's what I would do more frequently if I were attacking the Broncos defense. Damon Stewart and T.J. Ward are both attacking. They're both strong safeties.
In the box type
They're
safeties.
coming up.
Yeah.
I would go deep. And I go, well, that's an easy thing to do. But I would test Damon Stewart because he's now going to be somewhat of a center fielder because Ward's going to blitz. They're gonna move him around. He's not going to be a linebacker like he was last year as a strong safety. But I'm not convinced. If I'm a coach on the other side, I want Stewart to kind of show me something. So I'm going to go. All the stuff you're talking about makes sense. But I'm gonna go deep. Two or three times early down the middle of the field just to find out whether he's really I don't think he was tested so much in Baltimore last year.
Let's keep something in mind. Last year, the Broncos were second in rush defense in the NFL. Less than 80 yards a game. Terrence Knighton was a big part of that. No Terrence Knighton now, and as you said, test that young guy, Sylvester Williams, and the two linebackers, Trevathan and Marshall. We don't know how healthy they're going to be. So you might have a couple of backups playing the two inside linebacker positions, and even if those guys are healthy enough to get on the field, you don't know how mobile they are yet. They both have lower extremity injuries.
You guys can get away with that at home. You're not going to get away with that here trying to beat them running the football because you're going to get beat 31-7.
Well, unless you're controlling the clock and gaining some significant yardage. Well, I agree with you. You have to score points against the Broncos. They've got an explosive offense. I get that. So here's the compromise. Here's the compromise. You soften them up by running up the middle, then you go deep on them over the top.
Well, to our, I guess, all our points here, if you can exploit Sylvester Williams and those two inside linebackers are not healthy, then you do have to bring T.J. Ward down into the box for an extra guy in the box. Then you can throw up top. So, again, I think the formula for the first four opponents is going to be exactly the same. See what they have in the middle of that defense. See if we can force another defender into the box, and then we can throw over their heads.
Okay, we solved it.
Yes.
We were all
Sign
right.
us up.
We were all right.
So you guys should come for that internship with me. We all could teach Pete
Carroll. How hard is it to coach in this
I'm going to give you
really?
one tip from having been around it a long time. See, when you go out there and you're going to coach the defensive line, I would show them tape of the quarterbacks. Not, you're going to watch 5 or 6 games because you're going to prepare for. You're not going to prepare for the exhibition, but you're going to get ready. I don't know who's Seattle playing the opening game.
Denver.
Oh,
preseason or regular season?
Regular season. Exhibition games.
I'm only focused on when I'm going to be there.
Well, I would, but you want to focus your defensive line on the regular season, right? I go back to look at what the quarterback did in college, and I don't think teams do that enough, unless you can tell me otherwise. I want to see his tendencies in his life, not just in his last year or so.
I've never watched a college tape from a personnel standpoint. We've played a team where the coordinator, he was in college the year before, so we watched some college tape from an X's and O's standpoint, but I've never, in my 15 years, watched a college tape to get an idea what this guy is as a player on the field.
You would even do that with a veteran quarterback if you were going against a veteran?
We brought up the Omaha thing. I'm amazed that people didn't go back and watch Peyton in college because he was doing basically the same thing he's doing now, and his tendencies, certain tendencies, haven't changed in it. So, I would maybe see the root of it and try and figure out what he was doing in the beginning and what he's still carrying to today.
That's not insane. No, I've
But
never
not
had one.
insane.
Close.
Did you say it's not sane or insane?
It's not
It's not
insane.
insane.
Well, that's
But it's close.
But it's close. But I'll suggest
you got to
it.
watch film all the time.
I'll
so why not
suggest
watch
it.
something different, like Tennessee Ole Miss
Right.
sometime?